This is Political Science chapter number 2, End of Bipolarity. So let us understand this chapter. Now let us consider the relationship of India with the erstwhile USSR. Dear students, we have learned that 1991 USSR came to an end. It got disintegrated. But how was our relationship with that USSR? It is very important for us to know. Remember, it is said that India adopted contradictory postures. Though India criticized others for joining power blocs, it itself signed the 20-year Treaty of Friendship with Soviet Union in 1971. It virtually meant joining the Soviet alliance system. But the Indian government's perspective was that India needed military and diplomatic support during the Bangladesh crisis, and this treaty did not restrict India from developing cordial relations with other countries, even USA. Okay, so we know about that criticism, but let us try to understand what type of relationship we were maintaining with USSR. So here you can see that very clearly. First is economic. Okay, so in economic support, remember Soviet Union aided India's public sector companies like the steel plants at Bokaro, Visakhapatnam and Bhilai, and machinery plants like Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. It even accepted Indian currency when India was short of foreign exchange. So USSR was very friendly with India during the Cold War era. Now what about political support? Remember, Soviet Union always supported India's stance on Kashmir in UNO. Today also, Russia supports us. Likewise, it supported India in all major conflicts, including the 1971 war with Pakistan, when USA had threatened to send its 7th Fleet in the Indian Ocean. India also has supported the Soviet foreign policy in indirect ways. What about military support relationship? Soviet Union had been the principal supplier of military equipment and arms to India when very few states wanted to part with their military technology. It even launched several joint military ventures with India. Okay, now cultural relation. Indian culture and Hindi films were popular in USSR. A number of Indian artists went to Soviet Union. Okay, so this is how we understand India was having its good relationship with USSR. Now India and post-communist countries. Okay, how India was relating after the collapse of USSR with other countries. Okay, both India, you should know, in the post-polar bipolar world, India has maintained good relations with all the post-communist states. However, the strongest point over here is India's relations with Russia. India-Russian relations were wedded to a destiny of trust and mutual interest. Most Indian heroes from Raj Kapoor to Amitabh Bachchan are popular in these post-Soviet states. Hindi film songs are popular all over the region. So India has maintained its good relationship, especially with Russia. Okay, and India and Russia support the concept of multipolar world. Okay, India and Russia support multipolar world. Multipolar means no unipolar, no single superpower, but there are others also. With Russia, India stands to get a vital support on Kashmir today also. We know that. Likewise, international terrorism, energy supply, access to Central Asia, and a balanced relationship with China are other key areas of increasing Indo-Russian relationship. Likewise, Russia would also be benefited as India is the second largest buyer of arms from Russia. Indian Army gets most of its military hardware from Russia. Remember, Russia has always helped India whenever there is a shortage of oil. Since India is an oil importing country, India stands to increase its energy imports from Russia and the republics of Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan. Likewise, India's nuclear energy and space program cannot reach their culmination without the aid of Russia. With the coming of Medvedev as Russian president, the relations are likely to become strong as Russia is trying to re-emerge as superpower, and issues like terrorism provide an area for vital cooperation between the two states. Okay. Russia in 2009 has agreed to support peaceful use of nuclear energy by giving nuclear fuel to India. India therefore share a close and strategic partnership with all the former communist states.